Therefore, who be we need social media here. Since start of this week from last week, there was a particular flyer now air trending on social media. In fact, when I saw it myself, I was really shocked. Some flyer air trending in the two screens. So it shall say missing person, Charles Emisa, and the numbers at all. And now information na eba ye kra na eka ho na ye very heart wrenching. Say sebio Charles Emisa onyo bia sebio wabodam. Because I saw it, I was thinking, say, ABI, say, na dream hano. In terms of be what we need or mental issue to me, a wonder off. Now I hear. Indeed, the question is, a ban is our power, no, or yirasa. So we all think, say, be na dream hano. It's here for this is a manner, what could school onim day. Then the day, and yes, ABI, na dream hano. So how did this man miss it? It all boils down to, because Nigeria for near there, but then you understand. Now, me no can say update biaba, but then I want to before I bet to us on me person me di way two screens so because a bra papa ni issue ne ba ye no. We were one of the people and here tracking. GH1 posted something. Omu posted in the 24 hours. And omu sabe posted before floor. And then a year daily graphics so ababe posted before floor. So the big question is what really happened? Now the sad thing is that this man has been killed. He's dead. He is dead. Now, if I went into screens so of how GH1 reported it, and even what they came back to report in 24 hours time, and now reporter Basa branch here no, Nyanko Pointon and say Afreno. Into share the screen so GH1 posted this. Okay, we want you to pay close attention to the dates. Dates never has seen 9 February. We are talking about almost 4 days ago. In Tusha, I say missing person, Charles Emisa, 29, has been reported missing after he was last seen leaving his home for work at about 5 a.m. on Friday, the 6th February 2026. In the churches, our branch here, yes, ultimately report Abbas Wuno, yes, Ofifi Ahomache, Friday, so Okwe Juma, and ne week, and then I watch it. All corner. 5 a.m. no kono wambefie. He is approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall, fair complexion, and speaks both English and Fanti. And ye chim says any pano or height kakra 5'7". The height is 5'7". What's a profile? Esanso Fante. Anyone with information of the whereabouts is air to contact the Denta police station or call his family and the numbers at all. Now, report to Ibayan and Chibia. And a report for S0n. In fact, when I saw it, me said, no, this is very fishy. A ban is saying, yes, you'll be now for the report, a ban is a nipan. Who are the people behind it? Who are the people behind this man's death? You understand very shortly. Into GH1 sambe posti way and the load was screens no. And as you can see, also updates. Missing man found deceased. Update. Missing man found deceased. Ye chum se nipa na ne yesi ehwehwe no. Charles Emisa Webu. Charles Emisa, age 29, previously reported missing, has been found dead. We appreciate everyone who assisted with the search and provided information, our thoughts and prayers. So now it has been established that this man, Ofifi, and then I watch a Friday, I watch a 5 for Okoya. Not one befia, Nebusian for no. Almost at the blue alarm said Charles Emisa because and the Ghana, Sanya the year, sa immigration guy na bright aqua, and then Menuka say, ye kunya ye she na issue no acquire say ye cockot and any cockot in Sempi, Intisia no bia any other ho. So when the issue came, say Papa no bia was like, oh, Papa, oh, you built, as a macho man, what happened? And information a buy shortly after. So Papa no, ye huno, baby. Into share dates na was post we are here, 10th of February 2026. No problem. Then I'll start asking myself questions. Say, okay, Papa no, wayira, yasheshe no, yehuno, webu, what happened? It's here for what happened. Now, utie description ebusuafo nde buy and ebusuafo no eka plainly say, Papa no, ofifie no, na oti red motorbike so na ose red shorts oti motorbike and also share red sandals. That is what they said. So the big question is what really happened. It's here for no because the nation's biggest newspaper a daily graphic on model report about Papa no no wu ye no accidents no nya but accident no nya no, he had almost 10 hours or so to survive, or more hours to have survived. And na Ghana ha nurses and doctors are bro omekum papa no. You understand why? And that is why someone like me, I speak so highly bad of the government hospitals, any hospitals I will say, because the nurses no omuko shower and yes, they don't want to serve you. They are there because a jumeni ho into any ubeye home comes from SHS. Oh yeah, now wako a year nursing school. Now when you're ready employment, people are not there to do the job. You understand why? Share daily graphic and some of Edibetuja or see no bed syndrome and how a hit and run victim was refused emergency care by Rich. Please, Kolebu hospitals for close to 3 hours before he died. And therefore, this is a very sad story. This is a very sad story. Now, Omo Chelsea papa we know hit and run because in Nibusian for Chelsea, ofi not motorbike so. Into so obi the car born. No be the car born now a tough friend to say, or ye immobilizer no ntimi nam no. Ashrefobi any adophobi any passengers any one more no money nam eyewitness will be at the Neko hospital. Obi nya motor accident na ko hospital moje nu no etiefo ye de ne ko hospitals ahodo miensa ye de ne ko Kolebu. These are biggest hospitals in this country. Ye de ne ko Rich and ultimately no ye also e de ne ko eye hospital we eye sa hospital you can say there were Legon yi. Oh, I'm going to call Legon Hospital. Sa hospital ya John Dramani Mahama. Nancy Okosi last 5 years Okosi University of Ghana Legon Medical Hospital. Yes, they took him to all these hospitals, and yes, still this man died. Now, graphic air patches say a no bed syndrome, but to me, and no bed syndrome because we are. Any details now what I say now a negligence. Now let's read this for you to understand because ultimately the man died. He didn't even die based on the pain. He died of cardiac arrest. It's sad. Tia, I see for close to 3 hours last Friday, that's February 6, 2026. That was the same time I reports a victim of a hit and run incident at Nkrumah Circle overpass in Accra was refused emergency care by 3 major hospitals in Accra with explanation to no vacant bed available until the victim died. It's according to a daily graphic, I'm part to say, Papa we ya can say Charles Smith say ofifie baby or kon wan ko do and obideka ebono obideka born one more no more eyewitness or de ko hospital ni ko Kolebu any various hospitals yes still omo ye no ye de ko emergency ke motor bo bi car bo obi nipa ni timoto so na mo je nu ye de ko ya mo say bed ni ho ye de ko Kolebu bed ni ho ye de ko University of Ghana Medical Center the same story ye de ko Rich the same story e ma nipa no ewu ambulance cardiac arrest. Also, the emergency medical technicians (EMT) from the National Ambulance Service had received a walk-in call around 10:32 p.m. on that day to attend an emergency road traffic crash at Circle overpass. The HSA accident was Circle and your friend ambulance force accident BSC Mumbra and ambulance for the coil. They responded and mobilized the scene within 3 minutes. So now we can't blame the Ghana Ambulance Service. Accident ne see and from within 3 minutes. 3 minutes. They came. That is kudos. They are doing their work. Tia, they responded and mobilized the scene within 3 minutes, arriving at 10:35. In the accident ne see 10:32. Within 3 minutes, they called ambulance. Ambulance was there. From that period till 10:50 a.m., the EMT from the ambulance services fruitlessly negotiated with 3 hospitals to either admit the victim or attend to him in the ambulance before he died. Maybe any YouTube so many views any scam. Some of the things really hurt. It hurts. Into a pair where I see on accidents now 10:32 p.m. because I try no fifie of Yejuma na Oba Okwa Homache Oban and I didn't see it. No problem. Accident ne see 10:32 no. Your free ambulance 10:35 they were there 3 minutes. Now the ambulance has taken the victim because nipa no de car nipa ne dwane. You need see all these hospitals. You no correct. So intimi sheno. Ono pana kunsia na wakonya. Pabam and ambulance phone sande ne call a ye kolebu. Oh, intimi sheno. So no ko moto. And ye didn't call University of Ghana Medical Center. Oh, intimi sheno. And the nipano. Or that wa muje no. Tia. From that period until 12:50 a.m. That's 00:50 a.m. The EMT, that's the emergency response unit, that's ambulance service. From the ambulance services, ruthlessly negotiated with 3 hospitals either to admit or attend to him in ambulance. Na ambulance service no mo so okay. Issue na esi no mo simu ni bed. But ambulance na ye di aba no bed ebum. So just give him money bibi, sustain his heart, sustain his blood pressure. Ye bibi. That is someone's son. That is someone's father. These foolish hospitals, these stupid nurses, these foolish doctors, they refused. That victim was later identified as 29-year-old Charles Emisa. It's Nipana Yekana Sema. This is the picture. Charles Emisa. That victim was later identified as 29-year-old Charles Emisa, an engineer who was working at Promasidor Ghana Limited at North Industrial Area in Accra, producers of cowbell milk and other food products. So this person was not just a layman or no Okada driver, but sometimes so beat traffic. You try as much as possible and take moto, and drive around for Okada. And normal to beat traffic near the day. So this man used moto, or what we heard, they said, or the moto, and a call, a engineer, or a cowbell for any Promasidor Ghana. Omuye juma, and I said Promasidor, omuye health, drugs, nema, and I osansune cowbell juma, not industrial area, and I kunshani engineer. Graphic Online understands that on that day, Charles had closed from work at the North Industrial Area and was on his way home to Adenta on a red motorcycle when he was involved in a hit-and-run incident at the Nkrumah Circle overpass in Accra. It's not maybe can branch here and no machina oko juma no 5 a.m. no upon ya all back and we share na Quincia. Information available to the Graphic Online gathered from situational reports indicates that the EMT from the ambulance service, after responding to distress call, controlled the bleeding using a gauze bandage, applied a cervical collar, long rolled the patient onto a spine board, and loaded him into the ambulance. Oxygen therapy was initiated via nasal prongs at 4 liters per minute. Vital signs were monitored every 5 minutes. So the ambulance services is saying, when we got there and we took this man, he was alive. In fact, Bibia was here, yes, or being accident, so yeah. Ebine say, you control the bleeding. It's Bibia now. On accident, and bleeding, the bandage, we can control the bleed because loss of blood ultimately is going to lead to his death. Aside from that, they also apply a cervical collar. The corner and I say, you moving and ebunia the idea as a neck bandage, be share no, send a bit my stable. Aside from that, too, they log roll the patient onto a spine board. The patient need to a year. As a stretcher so and ye didn't know then ambulance nim. Aside from that too, na omo administer no oxygen. They were giving him air because adnesis and you are losing blood, you can't breathe on your own. These are issues at air so. And at the end of the day, no na omo sa monitor no ne vitals every 5 minutes. The initial assessment, okay? The initial assessment by the ambulance EMT were BP. And almost the BP rate, which is blood pressure was 120/90 mmHg, the pulse, and also 100 BPM, and a respiratory rate, since 25 BPM, and a temperature near 36 degrees Celsius, and a SPO, no, so 99%. To making sure they had all of these things, and now at the end of the day, check said this person, the vital, they first took the victim weighing 120 kg with a heavy 1.75 they first took the victim weighing 120 kg with a height of 1.7 meters to the Ghana Police Hospital, then to the Greater Accra Regional Hospital before Kolebu Teaching Hospital. All three major hospitals did not admit, nor did staff offer emergency care. Even when the ambulance offered to wait and use ambulance trolley, staff of the police hospital said there was no space in the facility. So they took him to all of these hospitals. We understand, so University of Ghana Medical Center. We will explain that. But these three hospitals are a police hospital. Mind you, all of these are government hospitals, by the way. First one here, police hospital. Second one here, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, RICH. And the third one here, Kolebu. Yes, also the another hospital, which is University of Ghana Medical Center, and also a fourth hospital. All the three major hospitals did not admit the victim. Inti ebra omode ne kwa ne kwa ini bed yintimi hwe nkwase asem ne nkwase keka say ya ne na kwa sa. During the almost 3 hours, no hospital staff attended to the casualty, nor were vital signs taken in the three hospitals. Into all these three hospitals, you know, you had no quite the ambulance and soon. Nurses in back, doctors in back. No one in the hospitals give a hoot. You remember why when Ralph storm raged, echo exposure, some of us were defending Ralph. Me say nurses, no, they are wicked people. Ghana nurses. Or maybe your mother will say you've not been paid for 6 months. Anyway, we'll come back to that. At Kolebu, the EMT from the ambulance service used 30 minutes to negotiate that due to the deterioration of the patient's condition, they were objecting to further transportation and explained that the continual movement could place the patient in a dangerous situation. It's at a point in time, I didn't change hospital, I didn't go pay Kolebu. Ambulance service say, yeah, movie bill because it's not a police hospital, it's not a rage. If Accra Polyclinic and those hospitals don't have the needed prerequisite things to take care of a patient. It's at least motion where ambulance move. At least take care of the person in the ambulance. That was the whole issue involved here. Now, if you don't need Kolebu Ford and negotiate close to about 30 minutes. 30 minutes. They were still negotiating with these people. I see, this was when Kolebu, which was the third hospital that they had, that being the night, that they had been to that night, rejected the victim and advised the crew to continue transporting him to the University of Ghana Medical Center. So ultimately, ambulance for Kolebu for him so Yakoba Yabeye Yanya Diadeno. Kolebu so maybe I need to enter me Yahoshe. Untumu the Mofan call University of Ghana Medical Center. Honokuye Tia. However, despite several negotiations, more than 30 minutes at Kolebu, in particular, the victim was still refused, and no hospital staff attended to the casualty, nor were vital signs taken. The victim went through the ordeal for close to 3 hours in the ambulance before going into a cardiac arrest. And though pulmonary resuscitation (CPR) was immediately initiated by the ambulance EMT, it yielded no positive outcome. The victim died, and it was only then that one Dr. Nkrumah, who was on duty at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, came out to certify the patient dead and instructed the crew to convey the body to the mortuary. Inti ebra na omudi nipa no ekọ University of Ghana Medical Center ne kọ ho ba die edi ne bedu ona say aye de be ye deda. Inti eche na nipa onya cardiac arrest because he was losing blood, the heart was beating fast. So this victim onya accident to 3 hours, engineer 3 hours. Yede ne kọ Kolebu Police Hospital rage. Ultimately Samson ne University of Ghana Medical Center. Ovu ewo ambulance eye car nim. Onya cardiac arrest no wuye. Even though amount for pa say ebra na ne pulse no beat pepe sa de na ye dis so pepe beat ultimately no omo administer the efe no eye CPR, that's cardiopulmonary resuscitation no. Omo ye still papa ne intima survive. Owu wie ye no na kwase bi oso ye doctor ewo Kolebu. O se efe doctor who ye from Dr. Nkrumah. Nkrumah de sanka was so saving nipa. nipa na edi udin to no hwe de oyɛ ma Ghana ɛhɔ na saa Dr. Nkrumah no ɛka sɛ oh wate de aba na ɔba nipa na ewu no so wa check nipa na ewu nti ɛfa ne nkɔ mortuary assembly ensi who adiwe esi broni kro so a the whole hospital staff will be dismissed. The whole hospital staff, give them 3 months. You see them, omukuta placards, and then Jubilee House, Independence Square, pay nurses, no musu, no muyeyi. I've been working for me who want be jomo rough, be jomo, and no pa ukwe juma, no so musegini na moi. Evil people. I'm telling you, I'll not mince words. Me adi ayame, me cook government hospital. Be yare pa na nurse catch him say me obi amaba 6 a.m. no or catch him sanka or say strong match na kwasiate ho TikTok. But thank God say some of us na kupon atu nsem kakra. So I was able to take myself to a private hospital. Adia me ko me fee ahomache call ya 6 a.m. ya hwe me nu. Me san so fee wa me ba no. Me say na obi a me wo coins kakra on my account. Enti me wu ana na pa me call private hospital. It's here for within 30 minutes. I was taking care of, injected, bibia checking me moja, everything, me sample, me urine, me everything. Yes, sansu mami drew and I was discharged. But then your bia na was sebu says cannot beat my kutu 5,000 cedis hospital ni ashwe ni prekope. And even emergency sina sebi untimi nkasa movie a. Why the name say Oscar? Why the name say Oscar bibi say or bank account? Why the name say I am manager of Cowbell? Why the name say? That is when you rely on the public institutions and yes, to the failures. So therefore, that is the sad issue. See in regards with papaya, menoka say washing in kwanya ya ojin ho kra ontiasie. And this is a very sad issue. This is a very, 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 very sad issue. In fact, but in summer so yeah, should you be see as always no honorable Mitha Akando yenim di obeye. We don't know his next action and answer his next move. But obviously, no Bible press release. Omkwa koche busiafo. Omu beshe black. Do we do some investigation? Acha 2 weeks na ayawasi is election abana issue no aye dead news. Then the whole issue now ye can one sema ye be fighting for justice no. Atunsium. So that is the issue at course. So that is how this particular man, if any Charles Emisa Owu ya at the age of 29 years, or no on Bokrono, or ye Juma, contributing his course, our Cusco engineer, somebody's son, somebody's father, somebody's husband, all because stupid people as hospital like Ghana, your taxpayers, almost shiny panel. Nyankopon emfa papa iwe ne kra NCE, and this is a systematic failure. I believe that ultimately we will all learn from this. And I say the institutions, say you bit my most of these things will not continue to repeat itself again in this particular country. So that is the issue.